You know, in the life sciences, it's this incredibly high-stakes world. And you're not just fighting diseases, right? You're also fighting the clock. Time is, without a doubt, your most valuable and, honestly, your most perishable asset. So let's dive into how you can actually protect that time using the power of real-time data.
All right, let's just jump right in with a question. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you think about a blockbuster drug, how much is just one, extra day of patent protection actually worth?
Well, the answer is it's pretty staggering. We are talking about more than $2.5 million. And that's not per year or per month, that's every single day. That's the kind of money that's hanging in the balance here, and it's exactly why every single moment on your patent timeline is so critical. So that really brings us to a fundamental truth in this whole industry, doesn't it? Time is everything. For every single therapy that's waiting for approval, literally millions of dollars are on the line every day. This isn't just some abstract legal timeline we're talking about. It's the financial lifeline for your innovation.
Okay, so how do you even begin to protect that timeline? Well, it really boils down to two key things. You've got patent term adjustment, or PTA, that's for delays at the patent office. And then there's patent term extension, or PTE, which helps you get back time lost during regulatory review. And look, these are not just some technical footnotes in a legal doc. Think of them as the actual levers that decide how long your invention and, let's be real, its revenue stream really belongs to you.
But here's the catch, and it's the big one. Most companies, believe it or not, are trying to manage these supercritical timelines using really outdated methods. It's what we'd call the cost of, well, flying blind. And this comparison right here, it gets straight to the heart of the problem. The old way, it's kind of like trying to drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. It's all backward looking, it uses data that's stuck in different silos, and it forces you to just react to things after they've happened. But the new way, the active analytics approach, that's all about real-time info. It gives everyone the same view, so you can actually be proactive. It's a huge shift in thinking, from just reading a history report to actually writing the future yourself.
And the risks of sticking with that old way, they're huge. We're talking about valuable patent life just quietly disappearing. Communication gaps between your legal, regulatory, and commercial teams get wider and wider. Your reactions to delays are slow, which is incredibly costly. You miss out on huge opportunities for extensions, and at the end of the day, you're making these massive multi-million-dollar decisions based on information that's just plain old.
So, what's the fix for this really expensive problem? Honestly, it all comes down to one powerful idea: visibility. The solution is a single unified dashboard with real-time analytics. It's designed to give you total clarity and, more importantly, total control over that asset we keep talking about, your time.
And I love this quote from the source material. It just nails it. It's the difference between reacting to outcomes and shaping them. I mean, that's really the core benefit right there. With this kind of visibility, you're not just a passenger along for the ride anymore. You're the one in the pilot's seat.
So let me walk you through how this actually works. Imagine a regulatory update gets locked. Instantly, the dashboard lights up, flagging exactly how that impacts your patent term. But here's the key. Your legal teams and your commercial teams get that same alert at the exact same time. What's the result? A decision gets made, backed by real data in a matter of hours, not weeks. Those silos we talked about? Gone.
Okay, so I think we get what the dashboard is, but its real power, that's in the how. It's all about its ability to measure the things that truly matter.
You know, the first step to getting back any lost time is to figure out where it went in the first place, right? And usually, delays come from one of three main places: the patent office, your own internal team's response times, or the regulatory review process. Just figuring out the why behind a delay, that's the absolute first step before you can do anything about it.
This is where focusing on the right key performance indicators, the KPIs, becomes a game changer. For example, the delay driver ratio, that tells you if the problem is inside your house or outside. Predictive expiry gives you a confident timeline so you can line up your entire commercial strategy. And something like response efficiency helps you tweak your workflows to get time back without messing up the quality. See? Each one of these doesn't just give you a number. It unlocks a specific, powerful action you can take. At the end of the day, this is about so much more than just data on a screen. It's about taking those powerful insights and turning them into a real, tangible competitive advantage.
And this is where you see the real payoff. Look, with the old reactive way, you're basically stuck with whatever expiry date you're given.
But when you start managing this stuff proactively with analytics, you can actually push that date out. We're talking about recovering months, maybe even years of exclusivity. That recovered time, that isn't just a number on a chart. That is pure value pulled right out of the data.
And that value, well, it translates directly from data into dollars. We're talking real-world benefits here. Extended market exclusivity, a much stronger hand when you're negotiating with partners, and financial forecasts you can actually count on. All of this gives you more confidence in your launch strategies, and let's not forget, it gives your investors a whole lot more confidence too.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? It really all comes back to that simple, powerful truth we started with. In this innovation-driven world, time is your single most valuable asset. Period.
There's another quote from the source material that just frames this perfectly. An effective dashboard is more than a reporting tool, it's a strategic compass. I think that's brilliant. It's not just telling you where you've been, it's actively guiding you where you need to go, helping you navigate all the crazy complexities of patent law with some real clarity and purpose.
Which brings us to one final question, and this one is for you to think about. When you look at your own patent strategy, is it a report card? Something that just tells you how you did after the test is already over? Or is it a playbook, something that's actively helping you win the game right now? Because the difference between those two things, well, that could be worth millions.